temperature now, Rob. All right, it is 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. It is Wednesday, June 28th, 2017, 73 degrees. Good morning. You're listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA, The Source, and we are broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall, where you, just outside the WOCA commissary, where you too can get a something fluffy. Ooh, thunder out there, it sounds like. Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I did not hear thunder. I was just kidding. Let's see. 73 degrees right now. The chance for rain today is 56%. Highs around 88. Tomorrow, highs around 90 with a 48% chance of rain. And both days most likely in the afternoon. And if I look at to Friday, a 74% chance of rain and a 60% on Saturday and Sunday. So there you go. It looks like it's going to be another summer. Hey, and guess what kicks in on Saturday? July kicks in on Saturday.
Yes, it does. Isn't that wonderful?
Got a good show this morning, 7:35. We have some news and commentary, different stories from around the world and around the area, and I will offer our comments on those stories.
Thank you.
8:05, Galen Unold will be on from Life South Community Blood Center. Today is Paul Bunyan Day.
Nice.
National Paul Bunyan Day. I have some Paul Bunyan facts for you and Galen and everybody else. And there's a little bit of a feud, Robin, about Paul Bunyan between Wisconsin and Canada.
Really?
Yeah, Wisconsin claims Paul Bunyan started there.
Oh, my God.
Canada says, I don't think so.
Oh, my.
I think it started up here.
Oh.
I was amazed when I was looking at all the Paul Bunyan facts, how many there are.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of Paul Bunyan facts.
Gosh. Is that healthy? It's a healthy feud, though. It's not a...
It's a very healthy feud, yes.
Oh, now that is so cool.
Yes, because it has a lot to do with maple syrup and brats. So
there you go. Cheese, beer, brats, and Bunyan. You know, why not?
Cheese, beer, brats, and Bunyan. I like that. You left out the maple syrup. You left out the most important part of their argument.
Cheese, syrup, beer, brats, and Bunyan.
And don't forget Babe.
That's right.
Babe.
Exactly.
So today is National Paul Bunyan Day. All right, so that's the topic. And News Bites at 8:35. We do not open the phone lines during that segment. We do not offer opinions. We just read the news and keep it short. That's how we get so many stories into that segment. Jeffrey Small is the president of Arbor Financial. He's going to say to us that the Paris pullout will not be a game changer, and the United States unemployment hits lowest level since 2001. So he's got optimistic news, right?
Yes, he does, very much.
Byron James will be on for 10 minutes. It'll take me the full 10 minutes to read all of his credentials.
I know, he is awesome.
He's a legendary piano player. He's 89 years old.
Yep.
He made his orchestral debut at the age of 15 with Toscanini's NBC Symphony Orchestra. You get the picture. This guy has lived a very full life. He composed the score for The Hunchback of Notre Dame, not to be confused with Paul Bunyan, by the way.
Exactly. Different.
He's going on tour. The new classical album has just been released. The guy is an amazing contributor to the arts, especially to music. He's going to talk about his show called Live from Leningrad. That's the album that'll be released in a few months. Laura Burns will be here at 9:35. Are you looking for a job?
Yes.
You are?
Oh, no, I was just...
okay.
You know. Well, you never know.
If you are looking for a job, Laura Burns will be here to tell you how to find one. And I'm not just talking about any old job. You do not have to settle for something that you won't be happy with. You do not have to settle for that. You know, you might want to for a little while just to keep the funds rolling in if you really hard luck on the electricity's turned off, for example.
Exactly.
You need to pay the rent. You might need to do what you need to do. We all have had those times in our lives.
Exactly. Go out and get one right away.
Anyway, so Laura will tell you what they do over at Career Source to help people find jobs, and it costs you nothing.
She's awesome.
That's it. I mean, it costs you nothing. And she represents 3 counties, Marion County, Citrus County, and Levy County. So plenty of room to find a job. Plenty of places offering opportunities.
And we know a few people that have utilized her services recently, and they are so thrilled.
People at your church, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Barbara Carball is coming on at 10:05 into the studios. She's a delightful lady. She's with Hires Baxley Funeral Services, and she's talking about the Ocala Symphony Orchestra Red, White, and Oh So Blue annual performance in honor of our veterans and those who sacrificed their lives for our country. The event she's promoting will be this coming Sunday, the 2nd of July, at the Riley Arts Center. So she'll be here to talk to us about that. Adrian Owen at 10:35. Adrian spent the last 20 years pioneering breakthroughs in cognitive neuroscience. He's going to talk to you about your brain.
I love that.
He's got a book called Into the Gray Zone. It's a neuroscientist exploring the borders between life and death.
I wonder if I should have gone into that field of neuroscience.
Yeah, it's not too late.
Can you imagine that?
It's really not too late to do anything. It is others who will put their hand up and say, whoa, 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 how old are you coming into college right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Charlotte Bernardo is coming on 11:05. Charlotte is a humorist, one of 13 authors of the Beware the Little White Rabbit, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. The book Charlotte is talking about is called Simple Machines. It's one of a series of books, right?
Yeah, we've got two of them. Simple Machines and Simple Plans.
Fun with Joe today. I'm going to ask you to finish what I start.
Okay.
I'm going to start something. You and Joe have to finish it.
Okay.
Simple as that. It could be a title. It could be a line from a song. It could be Disney. I have a lot of Disney in there. I just figured that would make it nice and fun.
Nice.
And I have some musicals in there that are not necessarily Disney, and I thought that might make it nice and fun for you guys.
It'll be fun.
So it's like a Thanksgiving dinner, that one, by the way.
I bet it took you a really long time to do that.
That's what I mean. Thanksgiving dinner takes 3 days to make, 20 minutes to eat.
Exactly.
Right? So it's kind of like one of them. And then I told you with Galen, we're going to talk about Paul Bunyan. Also, the Gator, the University of Florida Gator baseball team, apparently they did really, really well. So I want to ask Galen to comment on that a little bit. Okay?
Okay.
So we got those things. And also, there was a conversation I heard about curving grades. When you're in class, remember when you were in class and you didn't do that well on a test, and you were a little disappointed in yourself because you were a good student and you liked being a good student and you were proud of being a good student, but this time you didn't do so well on a test.
Right.
Well, then the girlfriend next to you says, "Oh man, I didn't do too good on my test, Robert." And you said, "No, I didn't either." And she says, "Gosh, I hate not doing well." Of course, the kid in the corner who never does well, he says, "Well, I flunked again." You know? And then the teacher says to everybody, "I want you to look at your grades. I want to tell you that I'm going to curve these grades." And you, the first time you heard that expression, you go, "Is this good?
Yeah, right.
Is this a good thing? This sounds like it's a good thing. Her eyebrows are raised. This might be a good thing." Okay. So you listen with carefulness. And she says, "I'm going to ask you to hand back your papers. And I'll hand them back to you tomorrow." So tomorrow you get your paper back. And suddenly you've got an 85, where yesterday you had a 65. And you say, "Okay. That's okay. That's not as bad as it was. And it's not as good as I'd like it to be, but I'll take it."
Yeah.
Right? And your friend next to you says, "Holy cow, look at this. I got an 83. Well, I got 85. Well, how'd you do that? What is it? What is it when they curve a grade, right?
Exactly.
All right. So the formula for curving grades is up for debate.
Oh, wow.
Yes, oh my gosh. And you know why? It is because schools in the state of Florida get money based on how well they do.
Yes, they do.
And how well they do is based on how high the scores are in the classrooms. So that individual, that student, that 13-year-old little girl that you used to be, that score means money for that school.
It does.
So now the debate is, should we allow all of the teachers to curve all of the grades, and therefore, do you know if you curve the classroom grades, there's at least one kid in every classroom that gets a 100?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. That's
What?
a slap in the face to them.
Well, That's part of the debate.
Yep.
Is it fair when a school curves its grades in order to have a higher number at the end of the whatever they use, the fiscal year, whatever they use it for? Mm-hmm. And I've got that to talk about, and the debate about how those curve numbers are achieved, how they come by those numbers. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. Senate Republicans postpone action on their health care plan, but believe they'll eventually get sufficient support from within their own party to repeal and replace Obamacare.
We're still working toward getting at least 50 people in a comfortable place.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, President Trump yesterday meeting with all GOP senators at the White House.
This will be great if we get it done.
Democrats say repairing Obamacare would be better than repealing it. An apparent coup attempt in Venezuela. President Nicolas Maduro says a stolen police helicopter fired on Venezuela's Supreme Court building. The suspected pilot, Oscar Perez, is seen with masked gunmen in a video calling for rebellion against Maduro.
Viva Venezuela! Viva!
Government officials say no one was injured in what they're calling a thwarted terrorist attack. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Almost every school bus and classroom. I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm one out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we can grow up to be whatever we want. I want to grow up to be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everybody. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license?
At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation.
Call today, 861-7484.
Whether you're building it up or knocking it down, get it done, rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for one day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done, rent it now. 352-369.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
Langley Health Services, located at 7205 Southeast Merricamp Road in Ocala, is a federally qualified health center offering family practice, pediatrics, podiatry, dental, behavioral health, and radiology services. Most insurance accepted, sliding scale for those who qualify, and same-day appointments available until 4 p.m. with board-certified family practice and internal medicine physicians on staff. Langley Health Services, call today 352-680-7000.
25 minutes before 8 o'clock, 73 degrees, temperatures climbing to 88 degrees, and there is a chance of rain today, most likely in the afternoon. About a 60% chance, according to the weather forecast from AccuWeather.com. And let's look at some of the news items this morning. Let's see, first of all, after already spending 5 evenings on the road at political rallies, President Trump will hold his first campaign fundraiser for the 2020 elections tonight, just down the street from the White House at his own hotel. Trump's re-election efforts have already raised more than $7 million from small donations. Boy, I wish I could win. I could raise $7 million from small donations.
Wow.
And Make America Great Again merchandise sales. Mm-hmm. Today's event marks Trump's first solicitation of larger donors. Tickets start at $35,000, and proceeds will be split between the re-election campaign and the Republican Party.
Wow.
Tickets start at $35,000.
Yep, there's people out there that can afford that. He knows how to raise money.
All right. Meal kit delivery service, Blue Apron.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard Dana talk about this.
Yeah, I've seen
Blue
commercials.
Apron is launching its initial public offering today at between $15 and $17. You want to buy some stock that's new?
Oh, I would, sure.
So for a little less than the price of about 2 of Blue Apron's meals, you can own a share of stock in the company, which delivers seasonal ingredients and recipes for customers to cook at home.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try this. Is this a good thing?
It is a good thing. One of our publicists received it as a gift, and he just absolutely loves it. And I have to say he just absolutely loves it. So he's going to subscribe to it.
The firm is looking to sell 30 million shares to raise about $500 million, $400 million more than it anticipated when its IPO plans were initially filed earlier this month.
Mm-hmm.
So what, I mean, I'm not sure if I understand why people have ingredients sent to them. Can't you just go to the grocery store and buy ingredients?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
What am I missing here? What's the thing?
Well, what is when you order this Blue Apron, they have like a meal plan, and then you pick out what you want to make, and then they send you all the stuff for it. People get lazy. You don't have to think about a meal plan for yourself and actually drive to the store and pick out your stuff.
So if it says a pinch of salt, there's a package with a pinch of salt already in it?
I believe so. I mean, you got everything there.
I bet you they can't make hamburgers better than me.
I bet they can't either. 4th of July is
coming
coming
to go
up.
to Blue Apron. Just send me the ingredients to a cheeseburger, please.
I don't think they do meat. I think they do
it's a
everything
vegetarian
but
thing?
meat. Well, you add meat.
I think I'm going to become vegetarian.
You don't have to be a vegetarian, but I mean, it's just, all of a sudden they give you all these meals, and then you pick what you want, and then they send you the ingredients, and you get lazy. You don't have to actually think for yourself. Somebody else does it for you.
Okay, let me take a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, Mike.
How's it going today?
Okay.
Hey, I have two comments. First one, I think that the issue with the grading on the curve, I think that was developed by unions. I never figured out how a guy just because he's been in the company for 30 years gets $40 an hour for pushing a broom, But he's had a lot of initiative to grow himself. But what I really, really call for is, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but if you haven't, you have to go do it and see it online. And it's just type in the Star Spangled Banner as you have never heard it. Robin, I can hear you pecking on the computer now, I think. You have got, you absolutely must go and watch this video, and you will have an unbelievable understanding or re-understanding of how the Star Spangled Banner was actually written and the basis of its design. If anybody that's been into our office, they know we're pretty patriotic. If you look at our office, it's like a huge. I have this big 8-foot flag hanging in my office that my wife actually put it up for me, and I always, I mean, every time I see it, I feel proud. But until I heard this video, and it's the Star Spangled Banner as you've never heard it, and you will watch the and I wish you would play that on here. I wish you would play it on here. On
All right.
Play it for my birthday on July the 4th.
All right, I will do that. The Star Banner like you've never heard it. I will make sure I check that out. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that.
Hi, bud.
I guess it's not Jimi Hendrix. The way he's describing
Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Larry. Robin, this is Joe.
Hey, Joe.
I've really been struggling to get on the air with you guys since the Marion County Literacy Fundraiser event. You guys won the event on dedication, period. No question. Nobody was more dedicated than you two for that fundraiser. Absolutely.
Wow, thank you for
Thank
that.
you so much.
We really did dedicate ourselves to that, and it's hard to fight people who when the way you win is by raising the most money, and other people have more money. It's hard to win. It's the way it is, so the way of the world. But
you won. Give it up. You two won on dedication alone.
Well, thank you for that, Joe. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you.
You guys absolutely rocked it because you went in there with skill to raise money. You didn't have people donate a car. Well, I know a car wasn't donated, but the point is, you guys did it on skill and dedication. Been waiting since that event to congratulate you guys on the air. Got to get back to work. See you later.
Hey, that's nice of you, Joe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. That made our day.
Sure did. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. When I was in college, I only had one course that was graded on a curve. Now, the numerical grade was not changed, but the range where an A grade was attained was moved down because of the enormous volume of material that was being taught in the course. I'll give you an example. I took organic chemistry 1 and organic chemistry 2, and they were taught out of a book that was a pretty thick book. And now this course that I took, organic synthesis, the book was the same size, and it was only a 1-semester course.
Wow.
The amount of material that was being thrown at us was humongous. Now, we all wanted to be in that course. It was an elective course. It was not a required course. We were picking this man's brain. And, this man was a giant in his field. And so what it boiled down to is what would normally have been a C grade became an A. And what would normally have been a D grade became a B. Nobody got lower than a B in that course. But, it was the volume of material in that course was just unreal.
Wow. Well, let me comment on that. The reason for curving grades in the first place is because a teacher recognizes that he or she has overloaded the class or not been
and that's exactly what happened here.
Or not been effective in a particular topic. For example, if a teacher has 30 students and all 30 students got the question, "What year did Columbus discover America?" wrong, then she says, "Oh, I must have forgot to teach that, and I'm just going to curve the grade now because of that." But curving the grades in general as a way to raise the average for the school, so that the money comes in.
Dishonest.
That's the debate. Is it dishonest or not?
Yeah. In fact, after our year, the professor changed it to a 2-semester course because he realized just how much material he was throwing at people.
Yeah, I can understand that. That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good day.
Yeah. Thank you. And I am not a teacher at all. But I have taught my 2 nieces a little bit of guitar.
Mm-hmm. You have.
Okay, and in doing that little tiny, it's almost like taking a potato chip and saying you know everything about making potato chips. But still, in doing that, I recognize that sometimes I would teach way too much in that little half hour that I was sitting with them, and I. Of course, there's no grade in my case, but I can understand the problem of somebody as brilliant as the professor that Jim just described.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that kind of a person. Your brother is a good example of this. I mean, he could easily have taught his students as much as he had in his head, not realizing that he's had years to absorb it, and they've got 45 minutes. So. But the debate isn't whether teachers should or should not curve grades anymore, although that is part of the discussion. That was one of the legislators' statements. Why don't we just make it forbidden? Why don't we just Oh, I should bring that story up.
Wow. Yeah.
But anyway, so the whole idea was, and so they have this this printed material that shows you how to grade curve grades. There's 5 different ways. Did you know this? You can set the highest grade as a 100.
Okay.
Oh, I love this. So if the highest grade in the class was a 50, that kid gets 100.
Wow.
Which means the kid who got a 0 gets a 50.
Yeah.
You see?
Wow.
Now that's kind of an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't benefit the students at all.
Or you can do it the other way. You can set the bottom limit for Fs. So the one who is the lowest in the class gets an F.
Gosh.
Whatever F would be, if in your school an F is a 50 or a 65, they had all different numbers that would make it an F.
Exactly.
63 was an F in one school. This is an interesting thing too. What number grade determines that it's an F? Okay, so let's use the 63 as an example since they do. For example, let's say a student completely bombs his first test, scoring a 0. However, since then he's studied hard, receiving 70% and 80% on the next 2 tests. Uncurved, he has a 50% grade, which is a failing score. If we set a lower limit on failing scores of 40%, his new average is 63.3, which is a D, not an F. It's not a great score, but it's still probably more fair than failing the student who's shown real promise. That's the kind of curving that makes more sense to me. Instead of just giving people 50 points.
Yeah.
Or whatever it needs to be. If you show progress, which is part of the thing we were talking about with Dr. Mayer when she was here, about showing that you're achieving your goals. Every student's at a different point. Anyway, using curving grades as a way to increase the average for the school so that they get the money.
Yeah.
Is not fair to the other schools that may not be doing that. That's the point. So, and I don't want to name schools because somebody will just tune in and will think I'm saying those schools are doing that. I was just using an example. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Wednesday, more clouds and sun. Look for a heavy thunderstorm or 2 during the afternoon hours, high 85 to 89. For Wednesday night, partly cloudy. There can be a thunderstorm early on near the coast, low 72 to 76. Thursday times the sun and clouds with a thunderstorm around in the afternoon, the high 86 to 90. For Friday, clouds and sun with a couple of thunderstorms around, especially in the afternoon, high 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Did you call Mike Scott Plumbing about the irrigation?
No, but did you know a crocodile can't stick its tongue out? Or that Humpty Dumpty rhyme never actually says he's an egg? Or that Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice?
Where the hell do you come up with these facts? And what's that have to do with the lawn?
Nothing really, just hoping you'd forget what you told me to do.
Well, here's a fact. Just like an elephant, I never forget. And here's another fun fact for you. If my plants die because you didn't call Mike Scott Plumbing to come over and install an irrigation system, you're going to be the one out there all night with a hose.
Well, as a matter of fact, I think I'll call Mike Scott Plumbing right now.
Now that's a fact.
237-2888.
Yes, 237-2888. Because if...
I know. If water runs through it, they do it. Did you know honeybees have 5 eyes?
Oh, brother, you're going to do this all night now, aren't you?
Or that a strawberry is not actually a berry, but a banana is? Or that Chuck Norris killed 2 stones with 1 bird? Or that polar bears are left-handed?
WOCA gets results.
We'll get advertisers just because they saw the success of the help we gave to a nonprofit. That's what I like.
The Marion County Literacy Council.
Vets Helping Vets, the Arnett House, Habitat for Humanity. And what goes around comes around. So many great advertisers have chosen WOCA to advertise their services and their products simply because they saw the power during a public service campaign.
WOCA gets results.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us #1. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to tune in to the first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. to learn about the latest advances in healthcare available right here at home. Ocala Regional Medical Center and Strive have teamed up to bring the most qualified medical professionals on the air to answer your questions and bring information to help you in your decisions concerning your health. Again, that's the first and third Thursday. Health matters.
All right, 9 minutes before 8 o'clock. Not a bad looking Wednesday. You made it to Wednesday. You made it to the halfway point. Can you believe June is almost done already? Gosh.
Yeah.
Just goes so fast. All right, let's see. What else do we have in the news? Governor Rick Scott is going... actually, this is a national story, believe it or not. Even though it's a state story, it's also a national story. And believe it or not, it's an Ocala story.
Oh, okay.
So there's an Ocala story in the news that is a national story, although most of the national versions of this do not mention Ocala. So now that I've teased you, let me tell you what I'm talking about. The state's highest court, the Supreme Court for the state of Florida, will hear arguments today over whether Governor Rick Scott has the power to take a prosecutor's case and reassign it to a different prosecutor.
Oh, okay.
Now you know where I'm going.
One. Yeah.
It's crucial in the legal fight between Governor Scott and State Attorney Aramis Ayala, whose district covers the Orlando area. Their fight began in March when she, who was a Democrat, said her office would no longer seek the death penalty, arguing that the process is costly, it's not a crime deterrent, and it drags on for years for the victims' relatives. Ayala announced her decision as her office was starting to build a case against Markeith Lloyd. You remember this name?
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy who shot an Orlando police lieutenant. He also shot his pregnant ex-girlfriend.
And killed her baby.
And Ayala did not want to seek the death penalty in Markeith Lloyd's case. So the governor reassigned that case to Ocala State Attorney Brad King.
Mm-hmm. Brad's a great guy.
And I believe he also reassigned other death penalty cases to him or maybe to other state attorneys. I'm not sure if they all went to him or not. Anyway, in court papers, she argued that it was unlawful for the governor to take her cases away from her since she is elected by voters. She's not appointed by the governor. Scott has argued in court papers that she is refusing to follow Florida law by making a blanket decision not to seek the death penalty.
Yep, that's up to the jury and the judge.
No, but as a prosecutor, you can seek it.
Oh, okay.
You can go for it. A host of civil rights activists and legal scholars have come out in support of Ocala. Ocala has also sued Governor Scott in federal court, but nothing is going to happen with that case until the results of the Florida Supreme Court lawsuit is resolved, and that begins today. Whether it ends today also, I guess we'll find out later on, but anyway, that's what's happening today in that case. And it's making national news. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, yeah. My opinion on the death penalty in general is that it's basically a showboat. There are very few cases that really, truly warrant the death penalty. Danny Rolling, and something of that magnitude. But other than that, love her or hate her, she has a point. The death penalty, when you get a death penalty case, the appeals drag on forever. It's a minimum of 10 years before the person takes the last walk. Just as well going for a life sentence.
Okay, yeah, that is the opinion that a lot of people are expressing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that.
All right, have a good day.
Yeah,
Bye.
I always have had mixed. My feelings about the death penalty have nothing to do with politics, though. My feeling on the death penalty, and I've said this 100 times or more, I am a hypocrite when it comes to the death penalty. Because sitting right here, right now, talking philosophically about the death penalty, I can tell you I'm against it. But tell me a story about somebody who has tortured somebody else to the point where they died a miserable, horrible, awful death. And then tell me that person should get the death penalty, and I'll agree with you. There was a story this morning that I did not print up because it was so troubling that I didn't want to bring it to the air. And for some reason now I'm going to. I don't have it printed in front of me. You can look it up. There was a story about a woman being held captive by ISIS. The ISIS took her 1-year-old baby away from her. She was very hungry. They brought her some food, a plate of meat, and she ate it because she was so hungry. Then they told her that was her baby.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Now tell me
Oh, my God.
that you don't want to see those guys put to death.
Oh, yeah. Just go over there and bomb them. Don't wait anymore.
Tell me you don't want the death penalty when you hear that story.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem I have. I do have a hypocritical something. I am a hypocrite when it comes to the death penalty, because speaking philosophically, I'm against it. Speaking specifically about a case like the one I just told you, I'm for it.
And Marquise Lloyd, anybody that kills somebody should be put to death.
Killed his girlfriend and the baby that she was carrying, and a police officer who was only trying to help people.
Anybody that kills somebody needs to die. That's my feeling.
All right, let me try and lighten it up a little bit before we get to the end.
ISIS should be bombed.
There are some solar trees that will be going up in Central Florida before the end of the year, according to this. 8 of them specifically. Those who have seen the artist's rendering of them say they look rather attractive. They are built to look like trees, but they, in fact, are collecting sunlight to be converted into electricity.
Ooh, Disney's jealous.
Disney might have them already.
Somebody else came up with this idea.
That's funny. Designed to raise awareness about solar energy, Florida Power and Light. They have a program called Solar Now, and it allows solar energy projects in communities through a contribution on their monthly bill. So you're paying for it already if you're a customer of theirs. So anyway, that's part of it.
Nice.
I got less than a minute. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, Larry,
Hey,
Robin,
hey.
how y'all this morning?
Good.
I just bought me a brand new van yesterday, and now I'm having to get a ride home because it dropped dead in the middle of the road.
Oh, no.
The city worker was a nice guy and pushed me out of the road by hand.
Oh,
Nice.
Man. Oh, sorry to hear that.
You don't think I appreciate that? You bet I do. Thank you, Larry and
I bet
Robin.
you do, too. All right. Thank you, Frank. All right. We will take a little break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Congress getting ready to vote on some immigration issues this week.
One, dubbed Kate's Law, increases penalties for immigrants who try to re-enter the U.S. after being deported. The proposal, named after Kate Steinle, murdered by a repeat felon, deported 5 times. The 32-year-old shot to death in front of her dad on a San Francisco pier.
Fox's Marion Rafferty, the No Sanctuary for Criminals Act, also going before the House. Maria Bartiromo with the Fox Business Network has more.
The bill shields jurisdictions that comply with federal immigration detainers from being sued. It also allows victims of crimes committed by criminal aliens to sue.
And in New York, authorities saying the subway train, which derailed yesterday, forcing hundreds to evacuate through dark tunnels, was caused by an improperly secured piece of replacement rail. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Wildfires burn millions of acres each year. And each year, wildland firefighters like Fire Chief James Hall battle to contain them. But they can't do it alone.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. It can ignite and destroy your home, your community, or more. That single ember can be just as dangerous as the wildfire itself. But you can do something firefighters can't. You can act now to prepare your home and your community for wildfire. You can reduce the risk. Do your part. Go to fireadapted.org.
Get fire adapted. Learn what you can do now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
What do I do now? After 911, don't worry, call Fakuri. Fakuri Medical and Chiropractic, treating auto injuries for over 32 years. Same-day appointments, immediate medical attention, all under one roof. Don't worry, call Fakuri. Go to bestinjurycare.com. All auto insurances are accepted. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take your call. Car accident? Don't worry, call Fakuri. bestinjurycare.com.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. Let's get rid of those sun damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. It's time to get that new look started. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. And whether you're going on a job interview or out on a date, your hands do a lot of talking. Manicures are a must. Hello Gorgeous is a full-service salon, so let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. And don't forget, we also